How's it going, everybody? Jim Adkins here from Adkins Results Coaching, going live on day 13. Actually, day 14. We missed Friday. Did we miss Friday? No, we were live on Facebook on Friday. So day 14 today. I'll have to change that. And just before I get started, I want to make a disclaimer here. One, I'm not a doctor. Two, I'm not making light or fun of the seriousness of any illnesses at all when I do this today. But I did want to give you my take on the virus idea that people are talking about. I'm not going to regurgitate a bunch of things you've already said, you've heard, but this goes along with your goals, and it's something. It's a habit, a personality trait. It's something that I believe in fully. It saved my life, so it's helped me in every aspect of my world. And I say it a lot. You've heard me say it before. And so you're about halfway through your 30 days, and there's always an obstacle. Well, if you let this virus, the coronavirus, or any virus for that matter, and it's not the virus. And listen, again, I'm not making fun of anything, okay? And I'm not making light of it, but there's always something that will get in your way or be perceived to be an obstacle. This could be one of them. Now, this has become a global awareness factor, and you can pick and choose your sources of how and why this became such a huge deal, and how people respond is a lesson in sociology, really, or psychology, if you will, too. So if you're watching and all of this is taking place, I want you to know one thing. A healthy mind makes a healthy body. And if you want to be sick, you're going to get sick. Trust me, it's that easy. If you want to be sick, you're going to get sick. If you focus on the illness and you focus on the panic and you focus on the nonsense, that is what is in your life. You might as well be sick and be dying because you've already brought it to you, and you're going to feel the results of it anyway. Maybe not death, right? But you understand what I'm saying. If you worry about something, you're already living that death. You're already experiencing possibly the worst, if not even worse than that, of what could come from it in a roundabout way. Now, viruses are real, right? We've all had colds. We've all had the flu. We all get run down. We wear ourselves out. We get our immune system low. We don't eat right. We don't exercise. We're mentally unfocused, and we don't take our hygiene suffers, and then pretty soon we're ill. And then that happens. And then you kick it back up, hopefully, and you move forward. But a healthy mind equals a healthy body. And I'll tell you this, and this is one of my big speeches that I've been working on, and I haven't rolled it out yet, but I'll roll it out in pieces for you, that everything is food. And what I mean by that is, like the food you ingest, you eat, it becomes a part of you. What you put in there becomes a part of you. And it functions in your body, and your body functions within it, based on the chemistry between the 2 or 6 or whatever you put in you, right? The same thing is true for what you see, what you hear, what you speak, what you feel, what you experience. All of those things become a part of you. It's 100% true. And it's not just on a psychological level. I believe it's a cellular level, that the things you surround yourself with become you, and you them. So the attitudes that flow back and forth, the experiences that radiate through and above and around you, actually become part of who you are, and you become part of what exists within them, or there, so to speak. So as this whole thing swirls around you in the world, and there's not a lot you can do about letting it swirl around in the world, it's a choice others have made and it's in abundance, you can focus on it. It's there for you to focus on. You can turn on your phone, turn on your TV, walk down the street, maybe walk into the store, um, try to live your regular life, and notice the effects of the sociological or the psychological experiments that may be taking place around you. It's an interesting conundrum to be a people watcher at this time in life. Note it. This is not the first time something like this has happened. Markets are dropping. Oh my gosh, you guys, not you guys, people are panicking left and right. Well, people who are counting on retiring in the next 1 or 2 years should definitely be talking to their everybody should talk to their financial consultant if you got a good one, but should be talking to their financial consultants about already moving to a cash position. You should not be in a market that's, there, you can't foresee everything, but as the markets go down, if you've got any time at all, any 3, 5, 10-year, 20-year plan, this is the time to buy. when there's a blue light special, excuse the Kmart quote, on Wall Street, and I'm not going to say a bunch about that. I'm not your financial consultant. And again, this is not financial advice for you. I do not know your situation or position in life, so I cannot give direct advice that way. I would just tell you this. If I was looking at buying anything and it was going to benefit me in the future, and specifically, I know what it is because based on what I need and what I want, I have made plans to invest in that area or that thing, and it went on sale by 20%, 30%, 40%. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. And if you don't know what dollar cost averaging is, or systematic investment plans, please talk to, if you've got money in the markets, please talk to your advisor and ask him those questions. They're smart. Most of them are smart. Make sure you have a good one that you trust, that has your best interest at heart, and it's not just a salesman. You know that. All right. So that's what the markets, and they'll come back. They'll come back. Our United States has a great economy, and we have great people, and you're watching that as part of the sociological experiment. If you guys have done any paying attention all during this point, you're watching people come together. You're watching people step up. I notice when they close the schools, people are out there offering, because this is something that slips underneath the radar. There are kids who count on the school systems for meals or breakfast and lunch every day because families can't afford it or the situation is just not right for them, and they get their better meals. And without school, where's that going to come from? Well, I've seen people step up online, and that, bravo, fantastic. And if you can help at all with anybody, start with your neighbors. Don't go globally and start trying to help everybody. Start locally. Start right next door. Start down the road. Make sure that you patronize your local businesses when this is all over with. And I know that there's going to be a lot of online things happening, but don't forget about your neighbors. And that's where you start. Globally, people will take care of themselves. Don't worry about that. Start locally. Start taking care of each other. And I don't know. Keep your mind focused. If your goal was to start a business that relies on face-to-face interaction of abundance of people, this is a setback. This is something, people are being smart, and I'm not knocking that at all. You don't gather. You definitely take precautions. You wash, you clean, you're safe, you make sure that you're doing the things that you feel is necessary to maintain your health and your benefits. It's just like mental focus, right? You don't get around a bunch of crazy people that have bad attitudes mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So why would you get around a bunch of people that might be sick physically as well? So that I understand that. That's totally there. For me, as a martial arts instructor, we're actually doing things online for our students like a lot of schools are, but we're also very clean. We're very aware of what's taking place, and we're going to shut down in a couple of days here and deep clean. Again, we clean every day like you're supposed to in a martial arts studio. You should be clean, but we're going to deep clean everything. It's springtime anyway. We pull up the mats every spring anyway and make sure everything's clean. But so, you do your part. Okay, how are you? And if you get sick, what do? Do you panic? No. No. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. If you tell people you're sick, oh, I got a fever or a cough, and they go, oh, and all of a sudden that energy is around you, it's harder to get well. That's one of my secrets. We'll talk about that later. Keep it to yourself. Well, tell the people you love, the people that can help you. Make sure that you talk to your doctor. And if you've got a doctor, move forward that way. Mr. Rotowski, Dr. Rotowski can help you, right? Okay. All right, you guys, I love you. Remember to stay focused. Don't let this detour you from the actions that you need to take. And if the actions you need to take require lots of physical contact, look for another massive action plan that you can do today that will keep things moving forward for you. And if nothing else, reach inside, look inside yourself and start healing from the inside today and moving forward. There's an old adage that you can't fix what's inside by looking outside. And I remember somebody gave a story about looking for their car keys. They lost their car keys inside their house, and it was too dark, so they went outside under the street light to start looking because they thought the light was better out there. Well, you're never going to solve a problem on the inside by going outside, even though it might seem easier at first to do that. I love it. All right. Good morning, Cindy. I hope you guys have a great day. It's a Saturday. I may or may not check in tomorrow. Sunday's the first day of the week. If I do, well, I'll be lifting, so I'll see you tomorrow. On your mark, get set, be healthy, grow.